Hey, this is Renee's husband, David.
Okay.
We're talking about some rose bushes here that I got here about 4 years ago,
No, these were like 3 years ago.
3 years ago, and
This
they've
is the
grown a
pink
lot,
one.
particularly this one here. These are all knockout, what they call knockout roses. You'll find a lot of them in a little bag, and you put them in the ground and everything, and they'll start coming up as long as you keep them watered and fertilized. But you also need to come by and trim them right at about just before spring or right when it's still cool. And you want to get these dead little pieces off here like this. I've already done that bush there, and I've done one around the corner there. If you'll take,
I already did that at the front.
yeah. So
finish cutting the little things.
Yeah, it's more or less just finding all the dead parts on here and trimming them off and getting them out. It's not going to really hurt the plant that much, but it will help the plant grow more by trimming them. The really long ones like that, I trimmed about 6 inches off of to get it more bushy. And those rose bush there is what they call a running rose bush. It's really meant to be put on like a trellis or something like that. However, I replaced it from over by that pole and planted here about 2 years ago, and they will really start running quickly. But it's lots of all these are really very nice red color plants.
This pink.
Yeah, this here is more of a purple pink color. Renee really likes this, so
my favorite.
That's one of her favorites. And I really need some what they call lobbers.
Pruning shears.
Yeah, pruning shears to get these right. But these are so long now that I'm just not even going to cut them.
Well, there's some in here down there.
Well,
turn around and get that, because
what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually pull these back up and stake them.
Well, get this thing. Get this. There's some dead stuff right there too.
So,
cause I don't want it to die.
Well, it's not going to die. It just needs to be stood up straight again and get some. Well, these little plastic PVC pipes here do okay, but you really need a wood stake. It's about this tall, and you put it in the ground and tie it off.
I don't want to tie it off.
And it keeps it straightened up. So I'm gonna do some more work on this right here.
Well, please go ahead while you're doing it, since I'm recording the because it'll look better.
Yeah.
It's like that's my favorite plant. See, there's some right up there.
Well, there's only so much you can do in it.
I know, but that's dead. Just all the crunchy ones.
This is not the right tool for the job.
Well, some of them aren't. Oh, this side is a little bit different.
Some dead here. Cutting off.
Get right here. This is where all the dead stuff is. Like, see it?
And there's going to be a little bit of blight on these leaves here.
What does that mean?
Blight is a disease that roses can get, but you can trim them. The first rose is right there. See it? Little bulb.
Where?
Right there. See that bulb?
I can't see it.
Right there. See that bulb? Right there where the end of this thing is.
I'm trying to get down there to look.
You're getting your first bulbs on here. Within about 2 more weeks,
there's some dead stuff right here.
They'll be spreading out real nice in about 2 more weeks here. So
go up higher. I wouldn't go no deeper. It's right up at the top.
I'm gonna come back a little later with some lobbers and get these things done right. So these scissors just don't have the cutting power to cut some of these stems, so it's more or less futile to go in here and try and do what you need to do. What I should have done is come in here and cut about, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 inches off the top.
Well, if you could just get these little dead white pieces right in, you got to go inside. There it is, that one.
Yeah.
And then down at the bottom, next thing, it'll cut it.
Well,
I mean, it's old. It's like not alive. And then over here, as long as it's like got all the dead stuff cut off about it.
That's going to be a job for something different than what I got here. So
well, can you just get that one right?
Blight in there, right there?
Well, that needs to be fixed because I really love this plant.
Yeah, so that's what you want to chop off. Is anything with blight or anything that's dead. Get that trimmed off, cut off. And you don't want to do this during the summer because the plant will bleed out. So the best time to do it is when it's dormant in the wintertime.
How did it get the blight? Where did that come from?
It's just a disease that plants get. And
over here.
But if you can cut that section out, it'll start growing.
So you need to like saw that part off down there?
No,
because it's infected all the way up to here.
Not now, because you got leaves on here now. So the best thing to do is monitor a plant, make sure that you don't, all these leaves. See, these are healthy leaves. See the color?
Yeah, because they don't have the little spotty things on like those.
Stuff's called blight, and it's not real bad on here, so I don't think it's gonna hurt anything.
I hope not, because that's like my favorite one.
You just gotta keep an eye on what you're doing. Make sure you fertilize the plant. I use Miracle Grow, and it's made just for rose bushes.
And there's some for tomatoes too.
Yeah, but you can actually use the ones for tomatoes, because what it is you got potassium, sodium, and some other stuff in there. But these plants need a lot of potassium. Is what I think it's the one you need more of, because they use a high degree of fertilization to get these plants to grow real well. So you got to make sure you use the right kind of fertilizer.
Can you please get this? Because I've been saying this over and over. Whoever watches the video is going to hear that.
Right.
And then down at the bottom, right here, it's got some dead pieces in it too.
Well, a lot of this I got to come back with some shears.
Use that thing to pull it up. Can't you use that white thing to hold it up?
It's looking better though.
Yeah, but it was beautiful. I don't want it to die because it's my favorite. Can you put that white thing to hold up?
Huh? Take
that white thing and down there and stick it in the ground to hold up that other rose bush so it goes up straight. Which I don't.
Oh, you're talking about the.
Yeah, because if you take it and you pull it, I'm still recording. But take it and put it where this one hanging towards the thing is at.
Well, what you want to do is take this. I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to gently let it, because it's got briars, and I don't want to get briared to death here. But see.
Why are you doing that? I was talking about for this one over here, yeah, the one that's growing crazy.
What's it doing now is going
to. Well, you got to kill the dead part off the top.
Right. See, now it's leaning against this trellis thing here, and that's what you want it to do. But the best thing to do is have a permanent trellis. Is actually nailed down.
I don't mind it going up the wall, because we do need new screens right here, David. See this hole? It'd be nice to open the window up, and I'd like to have some plants inside. Like an aloe vera plant or a spider plant or something.
Now, see how this is leaning so far over? This actually needs to have a pole sit out here and just pick this up gently.
Why don't you use that thing over there here? The trellis thing over here.
Well, it's not. It's got to lean against the wall. It's not.
It can lean against the thing. Well, that's what I'm saying.
I'll come back with something different. But
all right, gonna end this. Thank y'all for watching the
saga of the roses.
The saga of the roses. All right, much love.